A bit is the smallest unit of digital information. It's either a 0 or a 1. Nothing smaller exists in the digital world. Every image, video, message, and file on the internet is built from massive combinations of these tiny units. 1 bit per second means your internet moves one tiny piece of data every single second, painfully slowly. To send the letter A, which is 8 bits, you'd wait 8 seconds. That's not internet. That's digital torture with a loading bar and emotional damage. Bits per second exist for math, testing, and theory, not for real-life usage. Think of it like measuring speed in snails per week. Technically accurate, practically useless. In real-world networking, bits per second are only used as a reference point to describe performance at the most basic level. Every higher speed you hear about is just a massive multiplication of this microscopic unit. Engineers use it to calculate how efficiently data moves through cables, wireless signals, satellites, fiber optics, and even deep space communication systems, where every bit actually matters because signal loss and precision become critical at extreme distances. Now we're at 1,000 bits per second. Welcome to the 90s, where patience was basically required. Dial-up internet ran at about 56 kbps, and every connection sounded like a robot being exercised by a fax machine in slow motion. At that speed, one photo took minutes to load. A song took long enough to question your life choices. Web pages loaded line by line like a dramatic novel written by a tired printer. If someone picked up the phone, your internet died instantly. Today, kbps still exists in low-power systems like GPS trackers, weather sensors, smart meters, industrial machines, and simple smart devices. These systems don't need speed. They need reliability, long battery life, stable signals, and the ability to send small amounts of data over long distances with minimal energy use without draining batteries every 5 minutes. Now things finally make sense. 1 Mbps equals 1 million bits per second. This is what most internet plans use today because it fits real-world needs. 10 Mbps handles browsing, social media, and one video. 50 Mbps supports video calls, cloud apps, and multiple devices without screaming for mercy. 100 Mbps feels smooth, fast, and comfortable for most households. 300 plus feels premium and slightly unnecessary unless you really push your connection. But here's the trap. Providers advertise in megabits. Your computer shows megabytes, and 1 byte equals 8 bits. So 100 Mbps becomes 12.5 megabytes per second. Your internet isn't slow. Math is just evil. Another hidden factor is upload speed. Many plans offer fast downloads but slow uploads, which affects cloud backups, video calls, live streaming, file sharing, and remote work performance, especially when multiple users compete for bandwidth. Everything so far is basic. Now we hit the speeds that feel unreal to normal humans who just want their stuff to load instantly. 1 Gbps equals 1 billion bits per second. This is fiber internet. This is elite Wi-Fi. This is why did this download already finish territory. Movies download in seconds. Games install before you finish blinking. Buffering disappears like a bad memory you try to forget. Gigabit connections use fiber optic cables that send data as light through glass. Yes, your memes literally travel at the speed of light. Who needs this? Gamers, streamers, creators, and homes with too many devices fighting for bandwidth. Who doesn't? Most people. But the real benefit isn't just speed, it's consistency. Even when multiple people stream, upload, and game at the same time, the connection stays stable instead of breaking down like old internet cables. Now we leave your house and enter the internet's core infrastructure. 1 Tbps equals 1 trillion bits per second. This is what data centers, backbone networks, and undersea cables use to move global traffic. These cables stretch across oceans and continents, carrying nearly all international internet data. At this speed, millions of videos stream simultaneously. Financial markets update in real time. Global cloud systems stay synchronized across regions. Your router isn't slow. It's just not running the planet yet, and probably never will. Everything so far still exists in the real world. What comes next barely does, and mostly lives in science labs. 1 PBPs equals 1 quadrillion bits per second. These speeds live in research labs and supercomputers. They're used to test the future of fiber optics, global networks, and AI infrastructure. At this level, entire countries could mirror their data instantly for backup and security. Massive AI systems could retrain in minutes instead of weeks. Japan already reached over 1 PBPs using multi-core fiber cables that send several light signals at once through the same strand of glass without melting the laws of physics. 1 EBIPS equals 1 quintillion bits per second. At this speed, the entire internet could be transferred in seconds. Global cloud systems would sync instantly. Planet-scale AI becomes possible. No real networks operate here yet, but future technology for space communication, satellite laser links, and global sensor networks is being designed for it. Traditional fiber cables might not even handle these speeds. New methods like laser-based transmission are being explored because physics eventually says nope. Numbers stop making sense. If your brain still follows, respect. 1 Zbps equals 1 sextillion bits per second. That's a 1 with 21 zeros. At this speed, all human data moves in 1 second. Distance becomes irrelevant. Digital civilization goes brr. This is theoretical, but it helps scientists design quantum networks, ultra-secure communication systems, and future space internet between planets where delay could mean disaster. 1 Ybps equals 1 septillion bits per second. At this speed, the entire internet moves instantly. Latency disappears. Reality itself starts buffering. This is the kind of speed you'd need for galactic communication, universe-scale AI, and real-time simulations of everything. Nothing on Earth operates here. Yet. But neither did gigabit internet 30 years ago, and look how that turned out. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you browse the web, watch YouTube, stream Netflix, and use social media, 50 to 100 Mbps is already enough for a smooth experience. Gigabit is cool. Terabit is impressive. Yottabit is fantasy. Speed only matters if you use it. Otherwise, you're just paying for showing off. What really matters is quick response time, strong Wi-Fi coverage, and a stable connection without random drops that ruin everything at the worst possible moment. And the next generation of internet won't even be about speed anymore. It'll be about instant data, real-time AI, and connections that feel almost telepathic. No loading, no waiting. Everything happens instantly.